Welcome to another episode of the Feminist Tea Party. Last week, I feel like it accumulated between last week and the week before, because we did our first month special, so we didn't really talk about the news. On April 12th, we celebrated Equal Pay Day. We celebrated it even though we don't have it.
Yeah.
So I was reading up on it, and it said that if we continue on this rate, we would get equal pay in 2058.
That is not close.
I would be retired. We will both be retired, I believe so.
2058, so I say we never retire.
If you are going to be a career woman, you need to know that we, women of color, we only get paid 50 cents to $1 a white man makes.
I think people on the back of their minds are like, we can't still be having this conversation. It must be that we're getting paid the same, or that, I guess women just aren't doing as much work as the men's are.
They said that women go for nurturing careers, and those nurturing careers, like teachers, for example, pay less. That's one of them. And the other one is because we have to tend to our families and our children, so we work less time.
This doesn't make sense.
Right, they don't make sense. These college students from Australia actually did something really cool just to showcase.
That was awesome what they did.
They had a bake sale. Yeah, a bake sale with cupcakes. They will sell them to you depending on your
what you identify as.
Yes, so if you identify as a white upper class male, you will pay $1. But if you were someone who was a woman, maybe you were of color, maybe you were disabled, you will pay less. You will pay 50 cents or 64 cents.
And people were mad about it. People were mad about
the
cupcakes, but you don't hear as much outrage for actual wages.
We really need to get this together, because I don't think it's fair that I get paid less and my products, the one that I use, I don't care. I like my girly products. I like my razor to be pink. I like it to be with a little bar around it. My skin is very sensitive. If you look at women's deodorant, women's razors, anything that's catered to the female population, they raise up the price.
It's like you cannot not shave, whereas a guy can, he can grow out his armpit hairs, he can get his beard on or whatever, do his little man bun, but it's like once a woman has hairy armpits and hairy legs, and the thing that some of us get,
peach fuzz.
I don't have one, I don't think, but
I have peach fuzz. But
there are other things that you need that your deodorant, pads and tampons.
There is a tampon tax. And I think it's ridiculous because it's considered a luxury item.
Which,
Luxury means that you don't need it, but that you want it. And we need it.
They're always, broken, the damn
I haven't seen
tampon
a tampon machine in, the longest time.
If I've seen them, they don't work. I don't know what they're there for.
When I was younger, I didn't know what they were for, but I saw that there was it was 50 cents per tampon,
which is fucking a lot.
Yes,
50 cents.
And if you have a heavy flow like me, then you have to just waste your $5 in one of those things.
So tampons should not be taxed. Pads should not be taxed. Menstrual cups should not be taxed.
They're not luxury items. I don't know who came up with that, but probably a man.
So hopefully we can move towards having more equal pay, and not just between white men and white women, but across the board, people of color, men, women, and all of that.
So in our culture, we have something called hamona, which is when a woman is past a certain age and she's not married. In China, they have a word for it, and the translated version of it is called leftover.
Leftover women.
Leftover women. It's just leftover meal. I don't know. It's such a negative connotation for women that choose another lifestyle than the traditional marriage and having kids route. Men don't have this issue. They can get married whenever they want. They can have kids. They don't. It's fine.
At least I don't think it's pushed on them as much.
A little short documentary done by, ironically, a beauty company. A beauty company called SK2. It's from China, and they did this to empower women and to make them feel that they're not left over. They're more like these wonder women, these warriors that are actually defining or defying their culture and these traditional values. And I felt horrified by this because in China, this is not only pushed upon them by family, but by also the government. So China, a communist government, usually, in there you can only have one child. But now there's a big population imbalance, and they want everybody to have 2 babies. And they're pushing upon women to have babies, to get married and give birth, and it's like the government and also the family and the media and the culture and the tradition, and it's just like a lot.
人也不是长得太漂亮，一般嘛，所以到现在还是生下来了。
Ma, por favor. Diantre, así que that's how you're gonna do me?
I just feel that this happens in other cultures, obviously. For us, I think it's still pushed upon in like Hispanic, but also Dominican culture in general. It's still pushed upon. I'm 25 years old, and I have like these kind of conversations with my mom and with other family members about the whole "se te está yendo el tren" kind of thing. And I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to get on that train. Hello.
I made it very clear early on that that's not a train that I was trying to catch.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's because
your mother was praying. Her mother prayed for her to find a man. And also prayed for me to find a man. I don't know why. It's like, it's too much. There are other instances where you understand. It's like they don't want you to die alone.
I just want to say to anybody who's watching us, who's also going through people pressuring them into following society's orders.
You're not a leftover woman.
You're not. Actually, I feel like you are like a true Wonder Woman. Not only because you have this career and all these things going on for you, but because you dare to defy. You're like one of those like ordinary women that dare to defy, like from the feminist series that's gonna come up later on this year.
Oh, yeah.
Ordinary Women. Yeah, and I feel like empowered by that. So highlights. So I thought this was funny. So Xhamster, this porn site, this porn company, they got so fed up with the laws that were just passed in North Carolina, the anti-LGBT laws, that they shut down their porn site over there because most people over there watch the type of porn that are like gay porn, transgendered porn. So irony, and good for them. I know that they probably find other porn sites to go to.
Yeah, I mean, but there's so many of them.
But when a porn site is the one making sense here, like, don't you think?
When you're getting paid by a porn site,
I
you
know
that
right?
You kind of made a misstep somewhere.
If you had an IP address that correlated with North Carolina, and you were trying to go into Xhamster, a pop-up would come up and would say like they until you change the laws, they would not show you porn. So I just like the irony of it, like how most people that watch these type of pornography or like get off, enjoy it somehow watching it in this art form. They can't see that there are actually real people that are transgendered, who are also gay, who are also lesbian, and have actual lives, and they are being affected by this law.
I'm totally glad that there seems to be a good select few businesses who are deciding to not do business in North Carolina. There's porn site, I think Disney was like, we're not doing it, a couple of other channels and production companies that they weren't going to go there. So I'm glad that we can add porn to the list.
I know, right?
So I recently discovered a trailer for a documentary that's going to be airing on Viceland. It is called Women, and it's hosted by Gloria Steinem.
I have traveled the world as a writer and an activist for my entire life.
We are the women that our parents warned us about.
And I can tell you that by confronting the problems once marginalized as women's issues, we can tackle the greatest dangers of the 21st century.
So the documentary seems really, really cool. They look like they're going to cover women from different cultures, different countries, and how they just, you know, embrace being a woman and the hardships that come with that. So I believe it'll be coming out soon on Viceland. You can definitely check out the trailer. We're going to put a link to it down in the info section.
And finally, this is not a highlight because I don't feel like it's something positive, but we recently had like 3 earthquakes in a span of like a week or a week and a half. We had 2 devastating earthquakes in Japan back to back, and then one recently in Ecuador. And we just want to extend our thoughts and prayers to the family and just like just people in general that are in those countries right now.
Definitely our heart goes out to you guys. There are a bunch of organizations, I think, that are out there collecting donations and funds to help the victims and the families of the victims. redcross.org, I believe, is one of them.
And on that note, we come to the end of another Feminist Tea Party. Again, my name is Maggie.
And I'm Charlie.
And thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thumbs up, thumbs down. We really want you guys to comment and tell us what you guys want to hear.
Saluto! Nope.